Hi everyone, welcome to the FF Salon at Money 2020. My name's Emily Redding.
Hi, Myles Bertrand.
Hi Myles, welcome to the salon. It's lovely to have you here.
Great, thanks for having me.
No problem at all. I know you've already had a little chat with Jose and we're just going to do a little bit of a trim, a bit of a tidy up, nothing too drastic. Couldn't get you on a grade 1 buzz cut.
You could try, but
maybe next year.
There might be a complaint.
Right, should we jump straight into it?
Sure, sounds good.
All right, Myles, why don't you tell me a little bit of a background about what you do, what's your job title?
So I'm the CEO of Tuum, which is a SaaS API-first core banking platform. So we're a modular technology stack. So we work very much with financial institutions, anyone providing financial services, to help them provide capability out to their customers.
Fantastic. Very nice response. You can tell you've done that before. What's it like? Do you enjoy it?
I'm relatively new to the role, actually. I've only been in the role 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's new and it's exciting. I have actually been in the industry for quite a long time, so the good news is I'm able to sort of step back into it knowing the people, a lot of familiar faces, which makes it easy to settle into the role. But it's really good to understand the sort of the DNA of the organisation, what we do well, what we don't do well. But I think it's a super exciting time in financial services and what's going on. Money 2020 is a great event. It always brings everyone together. So the opportunity to sort of meet a lot of familiar faces, see what the heartbeat's like in the industry right now, it's great.
What do you think the heartbeat is like in the industry right now?
I think it's mixed. I think the market's quite tough at the moment. There's a lot of different things going on. There's global geopolitical issues which are driving a lot of behaviour. But I think what the exciting thing is there continues to be great innovation. Organisations really striving to provide better capability and services, really improve customer experience. I think there's a lot of activity in the B2B space. Businesses really trying to help other businesses grow and be successful. So, I think there's the ups and downs. But on the whole, I think there's still a very positive vibe. I think this is probably, we hate talking about COVID, but I think you can really see COVID, we've all moved on. Yeah. So you've got a great experience, lots of people here, lots of organisations, so it's really good.
Well, I don't think we would have been doing this a few years ago, would we? So,
no, will you be over there?
Yes, I know. It would be socially distanced. Yes, exactly. We were having a chat over the phone. Myles, can you tell me a little bit about your background? How did you get to this point? What drives you? How did you get into the sort of the fintech space?
Yeah, it's quite interesting for me. I've sort of always been sort of in a sales or a customer-facing role, but I've got quite a diverse background. I've sort of been in retail. I've been in the automotive industry. Wow. I've worked for a bank, but I think my passion has always been customers. For me, I really drive to sort of create an environment where two things occur, where we create a great culture and you bring great people together from an organisational perspective. But I think the ability to actually help businesses and customers have a great experience is really exciting. So sort of progressed all the way from it being an individual sort of contributor and now I'm fortunate enough to be the CEO of an organisation and really sort of hoping to drive a lot of change in the industry.
Fantastic. What would you say at the moment the kind of the core want or the core need is that your customers have? Why do they come to you?
Well, I think our customers are banks or financial services organisations, and I think what's happening is the end consumer has a different expectation on how they're serviced and how they like to interact. I mean, gone are the days where you want to go to the branch and line up and fill out paperwork and write a check and all these fun things. So I think what's happening now is you're seeing a lot of the sort of neos and the digital banks have been very successful because they're creating a great experience for their customers. But now it's also driving a lot of change for well-established organisations. They need to evolve. Yeah. I think there was a survey done last year where they asked 1,000 CEOs of banks and the response was 57% of them said if they don't evolve, they'll become extinct.
Interesting.
So it's really, I think we're seeing so much behaviour driven by actually the end consumer now, and that's then flowing on into how businesses operate. So businesses who then service those consumers are saying, hey, I need next generation technology, I need to create a great customer experience. So, there's a lot of parameters that really have been driven where, gone are the days where, you're 12, 13 years old, you go to a bank and then that's your bank for life. Now, people are a lot more fickle. They expect great service, they expect ease of interaction, they expect digitization. They want to be able to do things at the speed of life, fundamentally. So I think you're seeing a real drive, and that's now making a lot of probably older businesses really sit up and think about, how do I service my customers better?
Great answer. I completely agree. And what would you say if someone was watching this and wanted to be a CEO, wanted to be in this space? What piece of advice would you give them, either to do or not do?
Well, first you're crazy, but I think so for me personally, I think lots of people are wired differently. Being a CEO, it's an honour and it's a pleasure to do that, but then it comes with a different type of responsibility and you have to think very differently about how you would as an individual. Two things that for me which are incredibly important I touched on before. In organisations, if you create the right culture and then if you get the right people, the rest takes care of itself. So my responsibility as a CEO is to create a platform for my people to be successful. If I can create an environment where they can thrive, where they can learn, they can evolve and they can get better, they become successful, and if that happens then I'm successful by default. So I like the term servant leader. And that's what I really think a great CEO is. Yeah, enabling everybody else in the business to do their job well. 100%. Yeah, that's nice. I've not heard that phrase before, and I like it. That's cool. How are we getting on, Jose? It's looking neat and tidy. Yeah. Okay. Couple more questions before we wrap up then. Sure. I mean, you're 3 weeks into the role, but I'm sure you have your sights set on some pretty exciting things. What are you most looking forward to out of the next 12 months, personally and professionally? I think, there's the space we're in, a lot of change is occurring. So I think, the organisation is really well positioned to sort of leverage that. I think the opportunity, we've got big plans to expand geographically. So the ability to sort of bring on a lot of new people, build out the team, start driving into new markets. We've got a great existing customer base. So it's just about really growing and finding the right partners and working well together. So, it's exciting times, even those challenges. I think there's still lots of activity, as I said, going on in this space right now. So really excited about where we can go. Well, speaking to you in the short space of time that I have, I think they're very lucky to have you. And thank you so much. Very, very exciting things. You mentioned you live in Dubai. I do. So it's a bit cold here for you at the moment. Yeah, not used to it? No. So I actually, I did 4 years in Singapore, and then I've done a year in Dubai. So I look forward to going somewhere where I can put a jacket on. Yeah. It's a great experience. And the interesting thing for our organisation, our current headquarters is actually in Estonia. Okay. So I had my first winter experience in Estonia a couple of months ago, and that was a bit of a challenge. I mean, that really is the best of both worlds. If you're in Dubai to Estonia, you can get the sun and the snow quite nicely. Absolutely. Yeah. Do you like Dubai? What's it like to live there? Dubai's a great place. I think it's incredibly exciting. The growth that's going on there. From a personal perspective, it's a great place to live. There's lots to do. But I think from a business experience, what's going on in the Middle East right now, it's just crazy. It's going to become a huge epicenter for financial services in the next couple of years. So it's a great place to be from that perspective. So you can have a lot of fun there, but it does get a little bit hot in summer. I can't believe you said 41 degrees when you left? Well, it's 41. We're not even in the height of the summer yet. No. How hot does it get to? Can get as high as 47, 48. Lovely. So people tend to leave. Yeah, or hide. Or go hide somewhere in Europe for the week. Yes, or aircon. Exactly. Well, I think we are nearly ready for the chair swivel. It looks fantastic. Very neat and tidy. It was before, but it does look great. Amazing. You took 10 years off me. Well, Myles, look, it's been such a pleasure to meet you and chat to you today. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks, Emily. Great pleasure to be here.